What's up, everybody? Showtime is Blazer King with King's Critiques, and we're here for Ninja and Assassin Under One Roof. However, in this episode, it seems like they want to be even more direct by the episode title, which it's also not untrue, but y'all got hit on the head that much. I mean, I know Konoha's gifted, but damn. Anyway, if you're following along with the show, watching it, or if this is your first time dropping in to hear my opinions, please don't forget to stick around and listen to the conversations that are possible at hand throughout the video, or at least let it run and let me get the watch time, because that'd be highly appreciated. And as per usual, please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe. That said, let's get into it. Okay, well, I chose quite the place to pause. I tried pausing when the bitch basically brought out a blade from her arm, but, pausing on titty is cool too, I guess. Most ninjas named Sakura are not that gifted, I'm just saying. There's been a couple, and then there's been a couple that aren't, but, go off, queen. Oh, hey, no, this is the chick that I saw that was pulling the sword out of her titty, right, duh. And she asked the same thing we're all wondering when these kind of things happen, is where were you keeping that, Pocket Dimension? You know the bag of holding from D&D? Well, this is the titty of holding. Well, that didn't last long. I love how the most exciting part of the episode we had to look forward to lasted for all of 3 seconds. That's honestly probably the funniest part about the show, is hey, here's this really cool and or hot ninja girl that's about to try and have a really epic oh, and she's dead. That literally didn't last long. The preview for this episode was the chick pulling the sword out of her titty, and that lasted 3 seconds. Yes, you forgot to do that. You just don't want Roboco around anymore, so you specifically let them fly around in the wind. Break the awkward tension from killing her favorite robot. Good idea. Hey, listen, I'd wish the same, but she is now leaves. She's asking the real questions, though. And she's pointing out the obvious. Okay, listen, y'all are friends and living together. Is it really sexual harassment? If it was an actual workplace, maybe, but come on. No, actually, that would have been pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie, though. Just the tits come out as canisters with knives inside. That would have been pretty badass. Oh, you poor sweet soul. Well, she was gonna die eventually anyway. I mean, come on. She shares the name of Best Girl, but she is nowhere close. Oh, good. Now she is Dr. Octopus. No, Konoha's kind of got a point on that. She's the one who kidnapped Satoko at first and delivered the robot. And honestly, Konoha was perfectly happy keeping the robot, but, everything had to get awkward and weird, and you let Satoko go, and then Satoko beat the thing, and yeah. Well, unfortunately for you, you came and opposed them, and now you're going to die. Okay. Why are the Dr. Octagonopus arms molesting her, though? Okay, if their original target was going on, I kind of understand, but, bro. Yeah, honestly, though, that does not surprise me. This is a comedy anime, and those are, well, wiggly phallic things. Just immediately Koda's knife? Yes, she did. And, again, bitch at me all you want for moral reasons, but it might have been kind of fun to see Konoha get that treatment just for a minute or two before Satoko went, leaves. But that's just my opinion. Bitch, you're just jealous of a robot, which honestly based. Then again, I guess I'm kind of jealous as a robot, because robots are really good at getting people's affections and then, completely crashing their hopes and dreams. Because you two are now friends. Deal with it. You're the only one that hasn't actively tried to kill her. Therefore, well, okay, minus what just happened, but that was, more of actual, sexual harassment. Now those two are just friends. I guess. Insane, but yeah. Yeah, no, she has a point. I love how she even keeps the mug that was for Satoko, though. Damn, her depression's that bad? For a robot getting killed? Crazy. Now, granted, I'd feel the same way if it was, a better kind of robot, but that robot was just... I don't know. I do hate. I hated that whole thing, and I hate that it's lingering on into other episodes. But like maybe it'll increase the Yuri appeal. Yeah, honestly, why would you want that robot back to make your life hell? That episode was only a day ago in time. Wait, then how does she know it hasn't been? Kona hasn't been going to school. Nope, that's hers. Never mind. Oh no, yeah, that is hers. Yeah, and then you'd be completely shoved to the side. So here's the crazy part. Like, that is one of those things about relationships that'd be really weird, though. Like, you don't want your partner to have something that makes them extremely happy because it makes them completely forget about you, but then you want them to have it back because they completely forgot about you anyway, so you at least want them to acknowledge you a little bit. Okay. Again, though, the funniest thing is the fact that these two are just basically friends now after that whole thing. Yeah, no, I don't think so. Yeah, and then Konoha fell in love with the robot instead of Satoko, which is really fucking weird. Now, granted, again, as somebody who is constantly approached by robots, basically, in any form of connection media you can think of, I see how easy it is to fall for a robot, but, like, it's also kind of obvious to tell when they're a robot, just like... Actually, this is even more obvious to tell she was a robot. Konoha just didn't give a shit. Okay, but, like, based. Also, that's kind of probably the reason why more people should read good shit instead of just dramatic shit. Because, like, there's a lot of drama in manga, but hey, listen, there's also probably some half decent relationship advice. I'm not going to say all of it's flawless, but, like, some of the ones where people actually get together, there's probably some decent advice. Especially shoujo, because, I mean, Yuri. Like, in this case, it's Yuri, so, like. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, no, something about that seems a little different. Yeah, what she's questioning. Oh god, did the Dr. Octagonopus arms make them bigger somehow? Like, did that random invention for those arms actually have that old fabled, well, if you massage them, they get bigger? Not a true thing, I'm pretty sure. But, like, did those arms actually just somehow have that ability? Or was it the coffee? Or. See? It was the arms. No, see, even funnier would be if she just goes to get the arms and starts using them on herself to test it. And then ends up passing out from the electricity. But, like, it still would be funny if she just went, hold that thought. And just comes back with them and just. Hey, yo, wait. You're not gonna. Is she gonna try and make Satoko here have tits as big as the chick from the first 5 seconds of the episode? Probably. And you're openly telling Konoha about this. Why? Damn, Konoha seems like she's happy to just be rid of Satoko. Rude. Is she just calling out Konoha's inner gay? Because, like, that's valid, but damn. Okay, that's a lot, though, for somebody of her stature. Like, that's basically Passion Lip, but Satoko is so much shorter than Passion Lip. That is excessive. God, like, yeah, nah. Listen, I'm a fan of that whole area of expertise, but even I think that's excessive. Now, if you ask 18-year-old me, maybe not, but like 30-year-old me, yeah, that's a little excessive. Yeah, see, I'm just as confused as Konoha. Because, like, a cup or two bigger is one thing, but getting to the state of hyper, that's a little excessive. Yeah, you did. Why are you here anyway? Yeah, that does not surprise me. She used it on herself. But at least on her, she kept it, like, modest to a point. Konoha doesn't need it. That's the thing. Like, she's already well gifted. Yeah, I wouldn't. Like, Konoha's already perfect as she is. Like, there are very few improvements to her that I could even consider. That is just fucking ridiculous. Yeah, no, I'm giving the same deadpan expression as Konoha to this whole thing, though, really. Like, I don't know about anybody else, but I'm a fan of such a thing. Like, to a huge degree. However, I've been turned off, direct H content when things have gotten that excessive, because it's like, this is fine and all for a couple minutes, but like, that's excessive, bro. See, like, honestly, that kind of works for someone of her stature. And then Satoko just went to excess. Yeah, no, really, if you've only been gone for a few days, that's quite a lot of garbage piled up. I mean, at least it's collected, but damn. Excessive titty, that's what they are. Press storage, no. Actually, no, that would be funny, though, if, like, that's actually how it worked, and then she used something other than her leaf ability, and they just actually, like, drained as if she were using chakra, and all the chakra was stored in the titty. Is that how Tsunade makes it work? Oh, that's what she meant, like the sword thing. I don't think you can carry a sword in your titty, though, unless you have that, breast... Oh, well, okay, no, she literally did just call the breast a sword. Never mind. I was about to say a bag of holding joke, and she literally did it herself. Yeah. But, like, really, like, genuinely, well, I do have to ask, like, for anybody that might be watching this at this current time, ignoring the obvious, moral thought processes somebody could yell at you for, ignore that completely and just give a genuine, honest opinion. Which is better? The excess or the perfection? Because, like, again, the way Konoha is built, that is just basically perfect, in my opinion. Satoko's current look, excessive. But y'all can let me know your thoughts. Yeah, that doesn't work as easy as you were hoping it would. Though for a phone, it should. Because, honestly, it's just slip into titty, and it sits there. No. Really? Oh, that ought to be good. Honestly, I was half expecting her to pop one on a chopstick, I'm not gonna lie. Meanwhile, all the NPCs are just kind of looking like, what the hell? I wonder why. I mean, probably a little bit, but then people got used to her, normal-sized, nice-looking boba. That's excessive. Oh no. Why do you have to see where you're walking? Most normal people just walk. I mean, granted, I look at my feet sometimes when I'm walking, but that's because I'm depressed. Yeah, isn't there that one character from Street Fighter that has tits that are probably similar equivalent to that? Mai? I think her name's Mai. The one that wears the red gi. Damn. Gona's still thinking about the robot. All Satoko needs to do is do things that robots can't do, and that doesn't mean increasing the size of titty dramatically. Okay, but to be fair, even though it was done by excess, she still would do good to, like, distract your target. Don't ask her about titty jutsu. What are you supposed to ask her about it for? Just like, I thought when I had big boobs, I could use it as a pocket storage. It's like, no, that's not how we're... What did you do? I had something to say, but honestly... Never mind. Damn. Well, that would probably be why she blocked you. Right. From when Roboco blew up the house. Or was it... No, it wasn't Roboco. It was some other chick, I think. And Konoha's just like, well, it's time to track down a lesbian. Wait, never mind. They already are. Oh, and she's been spotted. Yeah, no, you were right the first time. That's Satoko. She just made a fool of herself. Okay, you know what? This was exactly what I was going to say a couple moments ago, is that the actually canonic, at the moment, lesbian would have seen those and be like, well, I didn't want to say it because she would have been, more trusting to her wife. But yeah, this honestly does not surprise me either. Well, at least she got her wish to touch them in a way. Kuro didn't have such a bad pair either, but those definitely just, like, outmatch everything right now. Every time, like, the conversation gets derailed, and I don't know if it's more so because those are ridiculous, or because they're talking to, their... I hate to keep pointing out the obvious, but, like, she's talking to her gay former leader, and of course her former leader is immediately interested in them. Just a little bit. Damn. No, that was just coincidence. Damn it, Konoha. Okay. God damn it, Konoha. I do have to wonder how the other one will feel. Will it be interest as well, or will it be jealousy? The way she just slides the knife back in place. I feel slightly morally to blame for calling Konoha, gifted and hot and all that, but also consider Yuri. Not just Yuri, but Yuri. Well, it's not envy, it's not jealousy, it's not interest, yet. You literally just sold out your boss to her wife. Again. Yeah, Kuro got sold out. Oops. They always find a way to disrupt the home life, don't they? Yeah, I mean, Kuro is lucky if she's on the lower end of C. Still nice, but nothing too impressive, so obviously she can't help you there. But also, to be fair, there have been times in anime where people could pull shit out from under their skirt, even if they're well endowed up here. So, like, does it really matter where you pull it out? It's actually just something of a crazy ability itself. Little bit. Yes, actually. Satoko really could just look at Konoha and be like, the point was because I'm not as useful as that robot and you hate me now. Wah. Actually, on that, why doesn't she just use her ability to make Konoha forget about Roboco? Like, she was talking about making Satoko forget about, Kuro's presence, but why don't they just make Konoha forget about Roboco? Will it be a welcome thing? Probably not, but it would be more effective than Satoko hyper-fixating herself, as it were. Oh, fuck. Yeah, your new home's about to be fucked with again. And that might make you change your mind about erasing memories. L to the new home. Okay, that wrench was a lot bigger than it looked. And she's kind of hot, too. At least I was going to say a window's easier to replace, but she also destroyed the whole kitchen fixation in the wall. Oh, she's not even a ninja, she's just an actual assassin. She just looks like a ninja. So she's a ninja and an assassin, and she's destroying fucking everything. Yep. Konoha, you could have done that before she destroyed half of Kuro and Yuri's house. And Yuri's like, you know what? Actually, fuck you guys. Yeah, that's also true. You got her to block you, and destroyed her entire house again, basically. At least she's finally honest, like, yeah, I did this so I don't lose to Roboco, and, I'm just now realizing how fucking stupid that was. Well, that's technically true. Well, maybe because Konoha was more gay for a robot than you. Which, that's not even just me saying things. She literally was cuddling up to the robot. Is she actually going to be, like, genuine about something for the first time? Well, that was about to be meaningful. They hit on pause? Yeah, that was about to be meaningful, and then she made it awkward. Damn. L. Satoko. We missed Kuro, but we took out another assassin, so... I'm surprised she hasn't tried stabbing them to see if they'd pop, I'm not gonna lie. Like, that seems like the kind of thing she'd do. I will say, though, it's funny how they kept that up as for continuity the entire episode instead of, like, forgetting about the first 10 minutes. Most anime would have just foregone that whole thing, but they used it as the plot point. No, she got a phone call. It looks like a concerning phone call. Don't tell me Marin tried using it on herself more and it got that excessive and now she can't even move. Don't tell me I'm right. Oh. Yeah, that's a problem. I mean, I'm sure there is, but yeah, that'd be a problem. Do we get a little cart or a little drawing bit after the fact? Hey, yo, you just openly admitted that you slept with the robot and almost offered the real thing to her. You should. Just saying, like, you might like it. Oh, she is actually going to offer. For half a second, I thought they forgot the continuity of the titty. They did not. And there's incoming danger. Okay, that was funny. That was fucking good. Just bonking her right off the bed. Yeah, no, you kind of, like, I had to pause it for a minute there. Like, can I be blamed? Also, I don't know what's with the modeling pictures of Konoha, but very pretty. Like, this is obviously another one of those states where 90% of the time I do have to say, for moral reasons, don't fucking yell at me for calling Konoha hot, because look at her, man. Like, I cannot be, like, honestly, of all characters in that realm of thinking out this season minimum, she's probably the hottest one. Like, Ruriko can easily take the top three Gyaru because she's like of legal age to say she's attractive, and like that easily puts her in the top three. But yeah, no, I have no qualms of calling Konoha hot because, listen, she has three minimum factors that I personally love. You know, the two-tone hair, always a really pretty factor, and it's happening more and more nowadays in reality as well as in anime. Uh, Glasses, always a really good look, and it's just a stupid pair of glasses because those do exist, and sometimes it hinders. But also, sometimes even the stupid ones are kind of cute. And then three, well, so yeah, I can't be blamed on any of that, but I'm not going to go any further into those thought processes because, well, I should probably start looking up stuff so we can go do our other things. So, that being said, hopefully they drop the continuity and Satoko does go back into how she's supposed to be in the next episode, and either they like don't even mention it or they mention that they found out a way at the top of the episode. But that said, let me know your thoughts on that. Like, are you still one of those people that's into hyper, or have you dropped to the realm of like more understandability with that kind of thing, and it's more of a normal size you're into now? Maybe a little bigger than normal, but not like to that extent, because that was a lot. Like I said, back when I was like 18, maybe that would have been a thing that would have been fascinating to me. But in this episode, it was just more hilarious than anything. But again, I couldn't blame Kuro during that one part where she was like, "Can I give him a touch?" Because, I mean, listen, if you're friends with somebody that's as gifted as that, you can't really blame having the intrusive thoughts win. That said, next week should be pretty interesting because we got a new look, I guess, a classmate of Konoha, as well as Konoha taking some rather model-esque pictures, so that'll be fun to see. But this is definitely one of the better shows of the season we've been watching, and I'm still behind on a couple things, and maybe I'll try and spend a couple hours to catch up to things, but we'll see. That said, let me know your thoughts, like I said, as well as about anything else I should check out this season, next season, or in general. Please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the gaming channel, the description down below. Ring both bells like Facebook, follow Twitter, and Blue Sky. Keep updated with things, TikTok, Patreon, get the full animated visuals and all the stuff I upload here. Go follow Twitch, subscribe there for benefits, can do so Twitch Prime for free. That helps me out more for the short term. These help me for the long term. Because, god damn, I've been here forever, and while this channel is creeping close, it ain't quite there yet, so all the help is appreciated, as always. Check out the playlist here, let it run, have conversations with the stuff within whatever. Check out the video YouTube recommends you here, or if you're watching the smaller version, at least, click on the bigger version to check out the stuff you might have missed, or at least to let me get the watch time, blah, blah. Yeah. Till next time, been the Blaze King with King's Critiques out. Ta-ta for now. Peace.